and Sarai was barren, had no child, which
Yeah.
is repetitive, but that's okay. It's the Bible. They're okay being repetitive.
Well, it's not just that it's repetitive, it's saying something incredibly important, I think, in that. And that the reason why that's so important is because, well, there's a couple of things going on here. First of all, this is the family that's, you know, the lineage of Noah, right? So this is the family that has knowledge of Yahweh, the rescuing and saving creator God. And then all of a sudden, here we see them and they're in this land far away. And there's hints in the text that things have gone very poorly for them spiritually as a family, because the name of their kids, um, the Chaldeans were in Ur. Chaldeans had lunar worship, and the name of their kids, Milcah and then Ishka, those are names of lunar gods that the Chaldeans would have worshipped. So it'd be like being a Chicago Bears fan and then moving and naming your kids Rogers and Favre. Like it would be like this. Wait, I thought you guys were Chicago Bears fans. Like this, you can't name your kids Rogers and Favre. And so something bad has happened, and then they're childless. Abraham and Sarai, or Abram and Sarai, which is kind of like a lot of commentators are like, this is the dead end. This is a spiritual dead end. This family has like kind of lost its way spiritually. They've fallen into idol worship. They've forgotten about Yahweh, this God that saved Noah and all of their ancestors, and they're childless and barren. So this is the end of the line progeny speaking. There's no way to recreate the future. It's a dead end unless God does something, unless he kind of steps in. And what do you know? In the very next verse,
To
God
be
does
fair,
step.
though,
Yeah,
to be fair, you made the Bears analogy.
I
There
did.
practically is no Bears team at this point,
That is
right?
true. So
So
it's a
if you're
bad
looking at,
analogy.
well, no, I mean it's a great analogy, but I think at the same time that there's some names of these Chaldean gods, I guess lunar gods, whatnot. But if you're looking at God's roster at this point, I mean, who is God really at this point? This early in Genesis, like he's a landlord who evicted Adam and Eve, right? Saved the murderer kid, um, flushed out all the sinners in the world except for the family of this one dude, right? Who had a mixed group of kids, as far as the outcomes, college readiness, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Some did well, some did less well, and so like, who are you going to name your kid after? I mean, there's not a ton of. There was the Tower of Babel just happened, right? I
Yeah, and
mean,
that wasn't good either. Yeah,
a lot of not good stuff. So you don't have a full roster at this point. Maybe you're
I
just naming
in
kids
in
after
some way you
words
don't
you've
have
heard.
any. You don't even have rosters. Yeah.
You barely have words. I mean, what's the place is called Isn't that just a placeholder sound? How is that the name of a place?